Hello and good day, my friend. We have two very icy themed dragons to get hatching today in DML. First of all, I'm going to start off with the wonderful, beautiful, lovely penguin dragon. Of course, the penguin dragon is the current reward dragon in the dragonmaster pass for this month, and just look at him. Who would have ever thought that you could have a penguin that is a dragon? Well, now we have. And of course, penguin is a legendary wind and shadow dragon. So honestly, if he was your only legendary, he's kind of in general, because you know, divines and ancients, but he is a penguin and he does have shadow, and wind can be useful, just normally not on the same dragon. But look at that tiny boy. What is it with these new dragons and they're just being really tiny? Is it just me? He just looks so small. Anyway, this is little Tex, and we will be leveling up Tex, and we'll also be hatching our other icy dragon soon. But he actually does have flipper arms. At least they got that much. And the thing about the adult form of this penguin dragon is that he does have little shimmers coming off of his wings, at least in the poster image for him. But there he is in his adult form, and look at the little twinkly stars coming off of him. Oh, what a cute little penguin. Genuinely love him. Some people tried to say he was ugly, some people tried to say, you know, who'd have a penguin as a dragon? Ew. I'm very offended that you would even say such a horrific thing. But little Tex the penguin here, definitely a very cool dragon in my book. That does mean that basically I don't really care about the rest of the Dragon Master Pass. I mean, the sigil chests are going to be nice, especially 3 of them at 7.5k, but we'll come to that bridge as we get there. And the other dragon that I have is a dragon that we got out of the most recent solo event. I basically got the final points for this dragon in like the last 10 minutes of the event, but this is Mr. Epic Iceberg, who is a water, earth, and metal dragon. So a very defensive epic. And say you didn't really have many other epic dragons to use, he'd probably be a decent dragon to use, at least in the short term, for the dungeon. So you've got no other dungeon dragons or anything else, he'd probably be pretty good to use in there. But anyway, there is Mr. ICEBERG put into there as dragon number 581. And it says, iceberg dragons like to take it easy. They enjoy floating languidly in the ocean and occasionally, accidentally, crashing into marauding Viking ships. I just realised, did I not even read the penguin dragon's description? Ugh, I can't believe that. I'm going to read it again if I already did, but apparently I'm completely zoning out. Penguin dragons live in frozen climes, leaving a trail of ice wherever they go, upon which they enjoy sliding about. If you're in need of cold or ice skating, look to a penguin dragon. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't read that before, but I will keep that in mind. You know, when I was a wee lass, many moons ago, I actually always wanted to go ice skating. I always did. I don't know, it's like, you know how people say, things to do before I die. I was never really a person to do those sorts of things, but I always for some reason had an obsession with ice skating. I never actually did it, and I still haven't done it, and these days I'm more so like, yeah, it seems like way too much effort, and I'd probably end up, you know, cutting myself on the blades, so that sort of died for me. But, you know, Mr. Penguin has reminded me of a childhood want. So it makes him even better in my books overall. But anyway, we should be talking about Mr. Iceberg here. Like I said, probably a decent, really early game epic to use, or at least a dungeon supporter. Because generally, if you're going to have a defensive team these days because of Wonder, it's normally better if you have it split between 2 dragons. So the problem with having all 3 of his elements here as defensive ones is the fact that you're going to want the stone shield up. But then if your dragons take lots of damage, you're going to want to heal them. And then when are you going to get the chance to also use metal and put up that shield along with the stone shield? You know, having 3 elements that you're going to use all the time usually means you're probably not going to use them that often. Well, not all of them. At least one of them's probably not going to get used that frequently. So it becomes difficult in the dungeon when, really, if you don't instantly heal, you could just get defeated that next turn. So even though that is the case, if you've got 0 defensive dragons, just having a dragon with lots of, you know, defensive stuff is pretty good, usually. Who should we try and breed here? Because every time I've tried to breed Bunt, it's given me a 2-hour breeding time. And that's really not... you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway. Another 2-hour breeding time. Genuinely, every single time I've gone to try and breed Bunt. I've already got Bunt, right? I'm just doing it for the sake of it. But every single time I've gone to try and rebreed, it's always a 2-hour breeding time. Every time. I don't know what the deal is, but apparently the game just really wants to give me a 2-hour breeding time. Which is kind of annoying because the whole point of doing that is that I wanted the bonus quest, but, you know, the other breeding den is going to be available soon, so I don't care too much. It's just very strange. Anywho, let's quickly use up these instant win tickets because we are not going to have a chance to get any more battles done as part of the event, so we might as well just use all these instant wins on heroic mode fights. Normally I try and use them on blue map fights, but I don't think I've got any left, so we'll just spam them on heroic mode, Malice Striker, get all that extra gold. Look, we've got a decent amount of gold, we've got a decent amount of food these days, I am not too bothered. But, you know, remember to keep doing your dungeon this week if you haven't been, because dungeon is really important. And of course, try and do your bingo stuff every single day. So, I haven't really gotten too much out of the Dragon Board event so far, and, you know, same with the special fortune chest things. I haven't really been opening many of them, because I don't care. I don't care for RNG loot box chest crap anymore. I'm over it. But anyway, let's go and do this double trouble fight. Oh, it's cartoon. Oh, these 2 dragons make me remember all the fun and happy times I've spent with everyone. I didn't have many friends back home on Christo, but since meeting Hogwarts and Ned here on Numa, I've gained more than I'd ever thought possible. I've befriended amazing trainers and even made friends with our enemies, and met the love of my life, Eliza. I think I've laughed and smiled more in the past 6 years than I ever did when I was younger. I have all of you to thank for that. You are very welcome, Aya. See, I can't understand people that said they didn't like cartoon. Look how good he looks. Like, anyone remember old Dragon Mania before it became Legends? That was kind of an icky art style. But if I could have a DML in just the cartoons art style, I would so play that. Or, let's not even make it a game. Let's just make it an animated series. Yes, I would watch that. Yes, I would buy merch for that. Yes, please. Obviously, that's not to say that, you know, DML looks bad, because it's one of the only reasons I'm still here. But genuinely, I don't know. I would just love it. You know, some of the animations in the past have been pretty good, but I guess it's up to Gameloft at the end of the day. What do we want? A 4. A 4. A 4. That's a 2. A 4. That's a 6. A 4. Did I need a 2? No, I didn't think I did. Can I just get a 4, please? Damn this game. You see, this is what happens sometimes when you just try and refresh. Come on, there we go. Jesus. Oh, I was about to start losing my marbles there. I was about to start losing my marbles a little bit. So look, I'm trying to do bingo. I do also really want pieces of pieces of the 6th dragon. That was a slip of the tongue. Anyway, there are fortune tickets on this bingo, for example, which is sort of why I'm going for it, but I do also want those pieces for Snow Globe, which is another reason why I want to finish it. Normally, it is a good idea to just save up all of your event currency until the final reset of the day, and then you do it all at once after getting your special quests. But that time for me is first thing in the morning, and I am really lazy when it comes to that, so that's why I don't want to do it. We do need to hit a 6, so maybe we'll hit a 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So We need to hit this blue tile here. So if we hit this 3... Okay, this is messing with my brain. That one. Can we refresh for that one? A 4. Why am I counting on getting a 4 again? This is... I should have known better than to count on a 4. Okay, I'll take it back. This is where I've miscounted. That would be funny, wouldn't it? A 6 now? Can we count on a 6? Oh, maybe I should have just gone for that, but I do kind of want the purple chest again. So this is the sort of thing that happens if you do try and be super optimal with the bingo. You're probably going to end up refreshing a lot, which is also going to mean that you're probably going to end up missing out on a lot of double trouble stuff. So it's something that you do have to be aware of, unfortunately. We do need to hit a 6 on the purple tiles as well, so if we can hit a 6 on one of them, I'm getting every number apart from the ones that I need to hit a 6. So this has just been refresh central for now. Normally you want to avoid doing that, but you know, I'm doing it for the sake of showing you what it can be like today. At least we hit another purple nice and easily, which means that now we don't have to be too worried about hitting a 6 on the next green tile, a 3, a 5, or a 1. I don't really care what it is, but I do kind of still want to hit it, but I'm not going to move any further from here. But, you know, that's sort of how the cookie crumbles. If you're just unlucky with your dice RNG, you can just get royally screwed over sometimes. And it's something that you need to be aware of. Sometimes doing all of the bingo can take about 10,000 event currency. So if you don't have 10,000 event currency going into a bingo, be aware that sometimes, if you're unlucky, you may end up actually not even finishing it. Which is a big rip when it happens, but that's the reason why it's normally a good idea to try and save up some event currency sometimes, and, you know, only do it when you've got a big influx. But since it's a shortish event, obviously we don't have all that much time, but we'll see. I'll probably end up breeding and going for that special bonus action. Realistically, I should have waited until we did the breed, then get the bonus action, and then do the bingo stuff. But again, do what I say, not what I do. Okay? Okay? Anyway, for now, I mainly just wanted to hatch our new icy dragons and say hello to them. He's so wonderful. He's so wonderful, and he's not tiny anymore, which is good for him. Otherwise, Ranger might have eaten him. Rest in rip, poor boy. Aside from that, there's not too much else going on in DML. There was a lot of server downtime for the APA server earlier. The APA servers are back up, and apparently compensation is on the way. So if that confused you and you thought that DML was finally dead in India, no, it should be back by now. Log back in, and hopefully we'll get compensation soon. But anywho, for now, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining me, and I guess good luck.